Hey y'all, I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Okay, like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. Okay, it is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. Like for real, you don't even know. So, God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light with the best interest of me and the collective at heart, you are always and forever welcome into this reading. Okay, please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Okay, so this is an ancestor reading. Okay, so, first of all, I got notes on top of notes. Like, I got some channel messages this morning. Okay, somebody is a down home country American boy. Okay, like that's the energy that I was really getting, or you could be like, a good old down home country American girl, but this is the vibe I was getting, and then I said like a sweet cherry pie, okay, and it's and I was singing pour some sugar on me, okay, in the name of love, and I put hard time resisting beautiful women, or like hard time resisting, a good country handsome man, or maybe that's something you used to have an issue with in the past. I think you're doing really well when it does come to like picking the people that you want to talk to. Um, I put that down south is significant, and then I put highly. Okay. When I was outside, I seen 7444 on a license plate, so that number could be very significant for you. I also seen the initials JPL on somebody's car window. It was like a little Honda, and it had like a little red transformer thing hanging from the bottom. Like where people be putting the balls. So you might have balls on your car, or you could have an interest in Transformers, okay, like the movie, the characters, okay. I heard Bumblebee. I heard Metatron. Also, okay, so bees could also be significant to you, okay. You could really like honey, okay, but you could have JP or L anywhere in your name, okay, and Metatron's energy is very noble, He's like the leader of everybody. And it's so funny because I put Metatron's cube right here. So we're talking about Metatron, the angel for you, okay? This is where they're going into. They want you to be warmly receptive to Metatron at this time and the things that he's trying to teach you. I think he's trying to upgrade your higher chakras at this time, okay? Okay, look, I put this right here too. So I love that. I love when they just have me do stuff that don't make sense because all I did was switch the order of the paintings that were already there, So I love when it comes together, and then we got that rainbow chakra energy right here at the bottom with this warmly receptive energy. But like I said, this is an ancestor reading, but this is what they're talking about. Okay, so in the actual notes that I had, I wrote star navigation, and I wrote the relationship between the ocean and the stars, so that was all I had. So when I was thinking about star navigation, when I was getting ready to take the notes last night, I was like, what's that thing called? Is it a sextant? But it's not. It's called a sextant, okay? Like SEXTANT, and it's something that like sailors and people like that, who spend a lot of time on the ocean use to like map the stars. Like you could literally use the constellations to navigate around, like how they did in the movie Moana, right? So I looked up the symbolism of that, and it was talking about finding ourselves. Okay, it says by discovery our capacities and aptitude, by discovery of our capacities and aptitudes, that we can be of service to the community. So I think that you're finding more of your own rhythm right now. Like you're learning like how you be of service, or and what better ways are you able to do that? And this is something that your ancestors are really pushing and helping you with at this time. And this is another reason why they're like, be warmly receptive. I think you could even question some of the things that they bring to your attention, like is this some witch type of stuff, because it says witch, but it has a question mark, but it has an exclamation point. It's almost like you're excited to do things with spirit, but you kind of have like this little hesitation, like, are they finna take me to the witchy side? Like, no, baby. Your journey is all about God, all about that connection, and that your ancestors are saying, like, you don't have to do anything that you don't feel comfortable doing, or anything that doesn't resonate with your soul. That's always definitely telling you something, so do trust yourself if there's something that's coming to your attention, because it's not always your ancestors sending you that suggestion of that thing that you should try, so just be very aware and trust yourself, trust your intuition, because that's how you'll really know what your ancestors are trying to say to you in that moment. So next was the ocean and the stars. Okay, the ocean and the stars. It says inner space and outer space, yinning and yanging together. I loved that. Okay, inner and outer space, yinning and yanging together. This is the very definition of the ocean and stars as far as I'm concerned. Okay, it says that the sea is its own cosmos, but it is inextricably linked to the vast invisible ocean that is space. Okay, so I think that the ocean, the waters within you, is your connection to this cosmic energy. Like, you really are doing a much better job at yinning and yanging than you think that you do. And if you would think about it, right, technically this outer space energy is an energy of air. So if we're looking at it in terms of like you and on some elemental chakra type of things, your outer space or your stars would be your air energy, or the capacity of your mind, and your ocean would be your emotions, and your inner space, you know what I'm saying, and how it's very important to connect the two of those things. It's all about them yinning and yanging together. So what else? Chi. So I was looking at the manifest light crystal in the crystal book, and they literally was like, you need to take notes on this, So the crystal that I was looking at was called the manifest light crystal. And it was talking about how that crystal can help you to fill your body with chi. But really, so they had me look up chi first, okay? So to make that, what I'm about to say make more sense, okay? I don't know what's with all the stuttering, but bear with me, okay? So chi is the vital life force that permeates the body, governing its physical, mental, and emotional aspects, and this chi energy, this energy of light, is also associated with Christ, okay? With this beautiful Christ energy. So when I was looking at that crystal, the dude said that the crystal channeled to him, we are manifest light, but we are manifest light, baby. Okay. It says manifest light crystals fill the body with chi, or Christ energy, increasing vitality and longevity, So you definitely have been doing a great job of building up this chi, or this Christ energy within yourself, Beautiful expression of light crystals, honey. Okay. The affirmation for that crystal said, I welcome the currents of Kundalini into my body, and I direct them to their most beneficial path. Okay. I welcome the currents of Kundalini into my body, and I direct them to their most beneficial path. Like, this is exactly what you're doing with this beautiful chi energy, with all this energy of you, like, finding yourself and finding your place in the community, and getting and yanging all over the place with your, ocean and star energy that you hold within yourself. Oh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Okay. What else? Lovely ancestors. And I feel like Maybe you could have felt like your journey was just riddled with all of these games that you had to play, all of these, like obstacle courses, that you had to like get through crawling in the mud and shit. But I think that you really have adapted to like the idea of this whole thing being more of a game, not in an unserious way, because the game can get real serious to us when we playing. The last thing we want to do is die before we get to that place where we know we're safe, where we know we're going to come right back to that spot. But I think you really have embraced the fact that you're playing a long game, and you're really using your heartbreak or your mistakes of the past to your advantage. It's really got you in this Ace of Wands type of energy. This is the One of Scrolls, and it says on track. But what's the overall energy? The Eight of Roses and the Muse. Okay, I'm only gonna read one of them though, because I gotta read the Angels in Action one too. Okay, the Muse. So right now, you're looking like a real inspiration to your community. Look, we got the Four of Keys with clearing the way, and excuse me, this is the Four of Swords energy. So this is like exactly what your ancestors are doing for you. Like, since you're using, because the chess one was the Three of Swords, it was the Three of Keys. Okay, so now that you have adapted to playing this game properly, and you're really following the directions and the advice of your ancestors in this whole thing, now we're here at this Four of Keys, Four of Swords, time for you to rest your mind and just enjoy spreading your art out into the community like you were always meant to do. So I think that things are like really, really calming down a lot for you at this time, and you're just like really focused on what's important. And also your mind is very open, and that'll make a little bit more sense when I read it, but that's what it is. Like, you're really just focused on tapping in with your community and doing what you can, and not giving too much energy to the things that you really can't control or that you can't do. It says, inside a room, people are seated around a table, conversing with interest and energy. There are many icons from different groups and societies: a caduceus, a sunflower, a Tibetan bell, an Egyptian scarab, a dream catcher, and a Star of David are just a few. There's also a Masonic symbol on the candle, which just gets me every time I read this, that they left that out conveniently. It says this card indicates that, but I mean, isn't that right on brand with them though? It says this card indicates that it's time to join or rejoin your group, your ashram, your tribe, or your sangha, which is what the card says. It says, whatever you call it, it is a community that connects you with others of like-minded purpose and activity. There are many communities in each person's life, and still more that return from the past lives. Okay, it says, for instance, you have family, friends, and work associates, but you also have the people with whom you share many creative, cultural, or spiritual purposes. New friends can also be coming your way at this time. Be open to new connections. You will not only find help with current directives, but you may also reawaken past life relationships, talents, and disciplines. It's time for a happy sharing of your discoveries. And they were giving me these thoughts while I was reading that about how they say, don't hang out with people who are on the same level as you. Hang out with people who are doing a little bit better than you. And I really don't like the way that they be wording it, because it's not like anyone's better than you or anyone's in a higher place than you. But I will say that there are a lot of people who are walking the same path as you, but they have a completely different perspective on the thing. They have a certain way of looking at certain things to share with you that maybe you might not have thought of, or things like that. I think that also the whole point is just keep doing what you're doing, and you're attracting these people. Like, these aren't people that you're going to have to look for. In fact, you might be noticing that people out in the community are just, a little bit nicer. Like, everything could be feeling pretty sweet, going pretty smooth for you, and it's like, even on the days where everything isn't perfect, you could be finding yourself being a lot more calm and a lot more patient in certain situations right now. And that's that Four of Keys, Four of Swords, clearing the way type of energy. Your ancestors want you to know that they're working with you to make things go so smoothly, to make things a little bit easier for you, because you are putting off the most beautiful good vibes, like some sort of archangel. Okay. This is what you're doing. Your energy is literally an inspiration to others, and your ancestors want to bless you with more ideas, and also they want you to see yourself. Like, don't look at yourself like in the funhouse mirror sense, like, don't be looking at yourself like you're a funny or a weird thing, baby. Because you are amazing. Make sure that you are seeing yourself clearly for those beautiful good vibes that you're putting off right now. We got angelic personal trainer. Okay, so you in the gym right now. Spirit got you working hard. We got this hot lips, and we got the date with destiny. Maybe there's something that you do with your mouth. Okay, I don't know, you could do anything. You could be a podcaster, you could just go around telling people little pieces of advice that just come to your heart, and it's just the perfect thing that they want to hear, and they're like, oh my gosh, how did you know? I don't know, I just see you like with a cape. Like, you're kind of a hero. And I think that Spirit's just training you to get ready to do this at a higher level, whatever it is that you do. You could be an amazing salesperson or whatever. You could just really talk the sweetest to everybody at Walmart when they come in. Like, it's whatever you do, you are a very genuine and angelic energy, and that's inspiring to people. Okay. I passed it. Here we go. It says, feel the burn. Your angelic helpers are pushing you beyond reason. They are training you for new levels of expansion on the spiritual journey. These angels really push you. They are now asking you to embody spirit. That means asking for help, God's help, on a daily basis, watching how God manifests in your everyday living, and using your intuition to guide the way. You cannot build muscles unless you use them. Okay. Angelic personal trainers help you build spiritual living muscle power. They will put you on a plan that includes exercises to develop your core strength. Sorry, there really is no shortcut to getting in spiritual shape. You do it one day at a time in the flesh. These angels also help you enjoy your humanity by teaching you about the glory of the temple we call the body. You may have a gut feeling to do something, and sure, in about the middle of the personal training session, you may find yourself cussing. But when you are out in the world applying what you have practiced, that's when the fun happens. And that is the facts. Okay. It says, call in your angelic personal trainers and get professionally prepped for some divine living. And I do find that at this point in my journey, I do talk to God so much. I talk to God a lot, and I think that it really does help. I wake up early at a certain time just to talk to God. Okay. And I hear the most interesting things, like hella early in the morning. Like, I just really love the relationship that I'm having with God right now. And it's just like, I don't know, I'm finding like this really good balance. So I don't know, I like to share. Okay. I like to share with y'all where I'm at with it. So, and also, Spirit really uses me a lot. I tell you this all the time. Spirit definitely uses me and my experiences and where I'm at in my journey a lot, because we're soul family, and a lot of times we're in the same place, or, you're going through something I've been through, or I'm going through something you've been through, or whatever, Family stuff, man. Just good old family stuff. But I think that you really are doing very well, and your ancestors want you to reach out to God a little bit more, designate time for God, and just really try to do it as much as you can. Like, even if it's just a little sentence that you utter in the middle of the day, like, ooh, just thank you so much, God, for making sure that went cool. Oh, thank you. When you get some money, oh, thank you, God, for that money that I just received. I really appreciate that. You take care of me so well, like, this really does improve the energy. And not only that, it improves this higher impact that they're preparing you to have on others. What else? We got 1111, okay, with creativity, motivation, wishes granted by the divine, okay? Angels send a wake-up call, So it's like, if you've been freaking out and you've been wondering, like, what is happening? Why am I feeling so sensitive all of a sudden? It's like your wishes have been granted. I think that you really wanted to do a bigger job. I think that your soul is an overachiever a little bit, okay? We overachieving, we be overachieving, we collaborating because we live in supreme, okay? Todo bueno. That shit slap. But this is what it is. I don't know. I just get this feeling like you feel real good about life with that too, though. We got 656. It says angels are assisting you in tackling your problems and issues. You will attain progress, fortune, and balance. And that's what I was saying. Like, they are literally making things easier for you. So even like the most difficult of days that you're going through at this time are still like, it wasn't that bad. I've had worse, I think that your attitude about things is really improving, and your ancestors are saying, like, yes, keep this up, keep that confidence up, keep that chi built up high, and keep your connection with God very strong. And then we can move mountains for you. God sends them. So the more you talk to God and communicate with God and tell God exactly what it is that you need, the easier it is for you to communicate with the world around you, because now God has like given all of your guides this boost of power to do what he told them to do, and they're always going to do what he told them to do. Okay, we got 1313, which talks about communicating with the world around you. It talks about growth, progress, and new beginnings. It says trust universe, develop spiritually. So trust your path and your journey, and make sure you're growing that connection that you have with the divine. That's something that you make sure you're to put in your day, even if you're hella busy. Like, they just really love to see it, and it really does boost them. Like, your guides can only move for you, communicate with you as much as you're, you know what I'm saying, making moves to get closer to God, okay? But I think that, they wouldn't have been talking about a level up if you weren't right on with what you're doing. But 323 and 323 says, in alignment with energy of angels and ascended masters, faith and trust is required, though. So, I don't know, maybe a little bit of doubt, because you feel like things could be taking a little bit long to progress, but things are moving around, okay? We got 242. It says, you possess incredible abilities, always remain hopeful. So don't lose that hope. That's the most important thing that you have going on for yourself right now. And the hope that you have for yourself is so inspiring to other people also. And it makes other people want to reach out and do something to help you reach more people or whatever. 121 talks about cultivating and sustaining a healthy outlook on things, being more optimistic, and not so pessimistic when things don't work out for you just how you think that they should. Sometimes you're in an angelic training type of situation, and it wasn't meant to work out in the first place. It was meant to teach you that things don't always work out. Sometimes things end just to teach you that life, that transitory energy about life. So believe in the angels is what it says under that, and know that everything really truly is fine, because you're doing the hard work that it takes to do whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life. Like, this is not about somebody that's lazy or that's spiritually lazy. Like, I really do get this energy that you're on your shit, but your guides are saying, like, just a little bit more, you know? You're like almost to some sort of threshold where your ancestors are trying to take you to. We got 616, which says clear and heal anxieties, concerns, and limiting belief patterns, you know? Like, maybe there's still this little, like I said, a little sliver of doubt, like in the back of your mind, you know. But it's like that little part we got, it says socialized isolation doesn't suit you, you know. So you might be, you know, just spending a little bit too much time alone, you know, like having, it's like when you get alone, like when you finally get that moment to yourself after being busy as hell all day or running around or whatever it is that you be doing all day. Because this, like I said, ain't for somebody that's lazy. This for somebody that's busy all the time. When you finally do get that chance to like sit down and relax, it's almost like you're bombarded with, oh, like you could be feeling really good about it, and then you're bombarded with this anxiety or with this concern because there's some part of you that thinks that you can't do it, you know, and you absolutely can do it. So your angels and your ancestors are really helping you to heal and clear these anxieties. Like, they're really wanting to help shift your mind around what you're able to accomplish in this life, because you could be just limiting yourself a little bit, you know. And that's why they were saying, like, bringing somebody in who has the very same interests as you know, that's like two birds with one stone also, because it's like bringing in a friend who's going to pull you out of your shell a little bit, but also someone who has solutions to help you with these things that you're feeling a little bit anxious and a little bit concerned about, you know. And it doesn't even have, like, they're giving me this energy like this could be a total stranger, like you have no idea where this is going to come from. So it's very important that you're just open and friendly and communicative with people like you usually are, you know. Like, just keep that up and don't lose hope, and don't go into that place where you're frustrated and you start to get a little bit pessimistic, and that's when those limiting beliefs come out, you know. Excuse me. Yeah, we got the Six of Cups and the Ace of Wands, like some sort of thing, some sort of situation from the past, you know, where you've got the idea into your head that you're not good enough to have passionate new beginnings in life. Like, but you do. And I think that this is something that you know now, but it still affects you, like when you're about to make a big move, or when you get to that place, you know, where you're nervous, you know, almost like that energy, you know, before you're about to go on stage and do a speech, and you know the whole fucking speech and you got it down, you know exactly what you're going to say and exactly how this moment should go, but still you get out there and you fumble a little bit because your fears and anxieties about the moment or about everyone looking at you or whatever took over the part of you that had everything down pat and had all the information and was ready to go with that thing, you know. So your ancestors are saying, like, stop talking yourself down from doing these things that we're guiding you to do. What's 1111? Okay, the Three of Wands. So like I said, I mean, like the card says, 1111 says wishes granted by the divine. Like, the things that you want, the things that you need, the things you've been working so hard to accomplish, you're very successful at them already. And there's only more to come. So there's no need to worry or to feel anxious. You know, what's 656? The Magician, okay? Because it says angels are assisting you in tackling problems, you know, like they're making your biggest issues or your biggest worries magically disappear. It's like almost this energy of the things that you're super anxious and concerned about, like they always end up being taken care of. Like you this energy of like you don't think you have enough. Like I don't know if I'm gonna have enough to get this, and then you get that and you even stray from the list and get a couple of things that you need but weren't on the list. Now you're really worried and anxious of if you're going to be able to pay for this, and then you end up having more than enough and change because spirit knows exactly what you need and they move in that way, what's communicating with the world around you with 1313, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, like, and that's why they're saying about like boosting your faith, boosting your trust, like you have to release that anxiety or that little distrust that it's not going to be enough, or you're not going to have it, or like you don't have the energy, or like you don't have the talent, or like you don't have the know-how, like you know everything you need to know. You are amazing and it's like you're very aware of that, but there's something that just creeps up that you need to release. What's 323? The star, because you're the star, period. Going under 323, which said in alignment with energy of angels and ascended masters. You just need to trust in that beautiful star power that you're holding. Trust, look at this with the stars and the ocean energy. Come on. You just need to realize that your stars and your ocean, your space, okay, are yin and yanging the way that they are meant to yin and yang. And you got to trust that. You have to trust it, and you have to keep that faith strong. And everything always works out for you. And I feel like you know this. But it's almost like you're not used to being such an inspiration for others in the community. Like you could be someone who's not used to like receiving like these accolades and all of this. It could be causing a little bit of pressure, because I feel like whatever you're doing it very well, and that's why more is coming in. What's 242? The Empress, okay? Because you possess incredible abilities. Period. Like you're looking amazing and you have been crowned already. Like you go through transformations like it ain't nothing, and you don't let your ego control you unless you're about to do something really great for yourself and you get afraid. That's the only time you really let your ego affect you. And I think that that's kind of a problem for your ancestors, because they can't really like fight with that. Okay, we got the High Priestess. It says cultivate and sustain a healthy outlook. Okay, believe yourself. You need to believe yourself. Okay, you are the star, the Empress, and the High Priestess just came out in a row for you. Like you're very powerful, and you are doing a great job of attracting everything you need. Like, and you need to believe that. Like you're the High Priestess. You really know this. You probably hear this all the time. What's 616 with clear and heal any anxieties? The 10 of Wands, okay? Because this is what it is. It's like you have some sort of limiting belief in your way that your ancestors want you to look at. Like, do you need to do some shadow work and like ask them, what is it? Like, even if you can just ask spirit questions and just meditate. You don't need cards or anything, and spirit always finds a way to answer that question. They will answer it through another person. They'll send you a number. They'll send you whatever you're into as a form of a sign. And like they sent me golf one time, and I loved when I went and looked up the symbolism of the game of golf. It was so deep. So just pay attention to the signs and the different things that spirit is showing you at this time, because it's like your biggest burden right now is kind of yourself. It's kind of like you're fighting against the angelic training that they're trying to give you to go to the next level, but just from a place of like trying to keep yourself secure, or maybe even like trying to keep yourself from being disappointed because maybe you don't feel like, you should have got that anyway, or you don't feel like, you should have made it into there anyway. And like, like on some, I knew it was a fluke type stuff, and that's just not your energy, baby. Okay, your energy is a boss. You get what you want, you get what you go after, because you are faithful to God. What is 1111 and the Three of Wands? It says it's Ansus. Okay, look, it say God. It say ancestors. Okay, so God and ancestors are bringing in, what did it say? It said wishes granted by the divine. Okay, with the Three of Wands. This thing coming in, like, you're not doing this journey for no reason. Okay, what's 656 in the Magician? Oh, this one say by myself at the top like a cocoon. So maybe a lot of separation from people who don't serve you at this time. But it says confined oppression, a tight, oppressive, devouring structure, and evokes penal codes and punishments, oppression by authority, fear, anxiety, or stress. Okay, so basically you're like suffocating your own magic. Okay, it says every human being holds divine mystery and mastery up under there, just sticking out, like this doubt really affects your ability to manifest. Like, it really affects the power that you're standing in if you're constantly in a place of questioning that power. So that's where you're going to have to release. What's 1313? It says you won the case. So I feel like that's confirmation. But also I feel like you're very right about the people and situation and places and things that you don't want to go into. It's like much deeper than that, though. It's like sometimes it's like a second, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th type of guess thing, not there's like a second guess or a second glance at that thing. It's like almost a paralyzing feeling when it comes to making a very important decision. Almost like you don't really trust yourself to make those types of decisions without like asking spirit like billions of times. The spirit communicates through you. So they're talking about knowing the difference between your anxiety and your fear and an actual no from them. What's 323 with the star? We got the throat chakra, which is more of that energy of you being very communicative with God. And it also says, it says the sky and the sea, okay? And technically, it says open spaces, so like I was talking about, okay? I like how they brought it back, but it's going under the stars, so it makes sense. So, it's almost like they're saying your throat chakra is in the middle of that. The throat chakra is right in the middle of the space and the ocean, okay? And I really love that, how they're putting that, So you have to be just free with yourself, like in these times where you need to make these situations, like sometimes that fear or that anxiety could be coming up because maybe you don't know enough. Maybe you don't have enough information, ask as many questions as you need to ask before you feel comfortable taking that opportunity or doing that job, and then have faith and trust, knowing that you made a logical decision, you expressed yourself, you asked all the right questions, and you received all the information that you needed. And this is going to make it a lot easier when it comes to that anxious feeling or that, that problem where you feel burdened. Like, you have to make yourself feel more comfortable. It talks about freedom, intuition, imagination, inspiration, and sensitivity. And I wrote Bible equals heaven. Okay. So I don't know why though, but I think you need to do be embracing of your sensitivity and things like that, because that is what really rules your intuition. And that's why all of this very powerful feminine energy came out also, because you are like, your intuition is very strong, and that is definitely the feminine side of you, no matter like, who you are. So you have to trust that side of you, because that's the side that gives your masculine energy the love and the care and the confidence to say, we could do this shit, like, your feminine side is your cheerleader, okay? What's 242 and the Empress? It says, whatever happens, don't let go. Like, whatever happens, don't let go of your dreams and of your goals at this time, because you're in an amazing energy, and the things that you doing are what you're supposed to be doing, or whatever you're thinking about doing, or whatever you're going to be doing soon in the near future. You need to hold on to that desire, because it, like, I feel ooh, I feel the inspiration, okay? I feel that beautiful fire that it puts in your belly, and that fire that God has given you to create whatever it is that you want with him right alongside you, is the very same fire that inspires many others to do the same thing. So Cryolite says, I center myself as the non-judging witness upon the throne of my heart, and I commit myself to truth, compassion, and love. And so that's what it is. You just got to stand by that and know that that's all you need. Center in the truth, okay? It says centering in truth. Centering in truth involves becoming conscious of the relationship between your heart and the circumstances of your life. So kind of more of that energy of you having as much of the truth, as much of the facts as you possibly can in any situation, so that you feel more comfortable about, the way that the circumstances go. You can really put everything into context the way that you need to. And if you can't get all of the information that you feel like you need in that, then it's okay to be like, well, this isn't the opportunity for me, because I just don't feel safe, I don't feel secure going into this, knowing everything that I know. What's 616 and the 10 of Wands? It says, after completion, it says, transition from chaos to keep growing, cooperate with spirit and the process, avoid traps of the past. Come on. It's perfect. Like, know that you're transitioning from the chaos that gives you that doubt, or that little burden that just, maybe I can't do this, maybe they don't like it, maybe they are going to judge me for saying this or saying that. No, you're going to attract the people that need to come around and hear that, or experience that, or to work by your side, or whatever. You just have to have that trust, like they keep saying, okay? What's the final thought on this? We got the Knight of Starships and the Judgment card. So it says, judgment reigns over inner awakenings, higher callings, and important decisions. When the omnipotent being Q puts humanity on trial for being a dangerous childlike race, the crew of the Enterprise must prove him wrong. Their success at Farpoint Station earns them a favorable verdict, but Q continues to keep a watchful eye on this young and sometimes foolish civilization. It says, just as humanity's potential is finally recognized by Q, you have also been judged and found worthy. At the end of a long mission, your dedication and efforts will be rewarded, and you will gain a greater appreciation of yourself and your place in the universe. Perfect. That's perfect, babes. What else? The Knight of Starships is a giving soul who freely shares her affection. She often helps others better understand their newly blossoming emotions. This card may also indicate a new romance or a newly received heartfelt message. Be prepared to take action, okay? So that's what your ancestors really want you to do. Just go for it. Take the actions you need to take and make sure you're educated when you do it, and know that they got your back and they're the reason why you're sliding into these situations so easily. So just know that nothing happens by accident, and don't be afraid to take these chances on yourself. We got this Four of Swords energy right here at the bottom of the deck. Like they said, easing the mind, giving you a rest when it comes to overthinking your opportunities and opening up doors. So, like, pay attention, okay? So, with that, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you needed out of this, and I will see you later, my love. Bye.